Hi friends, welcome back to another video. I've been meaning to record this one for a while, and in the spirit of autumn and journaling and planning season, I figured this would be a fun way to show my collection of Hobonichi covers. So I started using Hobonichi in the A6 size. I started with a Techo full year in 2022 when I was looking for a journaling system that I could keep memories of my newborn son. And I really enjoyed using the A6 size to write a little bit each day about memories and milestones and stick in photos using my mini photo printer. And I ended up using it for the full year and loved it so much that I just continued. And now I have a main memory keeping journal in A6 size. The original cover that I used in 2022, I actually sold, but it was a solid color cover with a cover on cover. So this is my current memory keeping A6 journal and cover. This is the Highway cover, which is like a grayish blue, and then I have the Familiar Sights cover on cover on top. And like I said, this is the A6 memory keeping journal that I currently am using and almost finished with for this year. And I don't want to show inside of it because it does have photos of my sons, but I no longer use the dated Techo. I just use a regular Hobonichi plain notebook, and that really works fine as well. And in this one, I also keep an A6 pencil board, and this one just felt fitting for my kids' memory keeping journal. It's the Garumpa's kindergarten pencil board in A6. It's very cute, and yeah, I keep that in there. So for 2025, this is the cover that I want to use for my memory keeping. This is the Olive Grove color cover that I purchased from the 2025 collection, and it has the Sean Tan cover on cover, the Eric character on it, which I love. I purchased that secondhand because that was from a couple years ago. And then I just have it ready for the memory keeping that I'll be doing. This is the special Tomitaro Makino gridded notebook from Hobonichi. I can already start this now. I am so backlogged in my memory keeping that I haven't even had time to start it yet, but I've printed out a couple photos and hopefully can start backlogging soon because I have a bit of time now. In 2023, I started experimenting with the Techo Avec books because the full year of the A6 Techo got really chunky, as it's, famous for, but it was really chunky with all my memory keeping photos and ephemera, things like that, and to the point where the book did not close, which a lot of people, love, and it's fun to see it chunk off and get fluffy. But I was interested in trying the Avec because it does come with 2 books. And I also paired that memory keeping Avec book with a A6 regular grid notebook for personal journaling, for just like my own journaling purposes. And so then I had seen this Mint Designs, I believe it's just like beige Zig-Zag cover. And what's unique about it is that it has like a wider spine so that it could fit more than one A6 notebook. So the way that I had it that year, I was using a Avec notebook on one side for the memory keeping purposes, and then like a regular A6 Hobonichi notebook on the other side for personal journaling. And it kind of worked out because I was able to keep 2 notebooks in one cover. I really love this design, the neutral colors, It's almost like a treated faux leather, and then the leather detailing. It's really nice. I think it's a bit neutral for Hobonichi, so I thought it was really unique, and I love the style of it. So Mint Designs, I believe, is a Japanese fashion company. I then purchased this Tokyo Metronome cover. I really love this cover. I have such fond memories of visiting Tokyo, and I just think it's such a unique and beautiful cover to collect, to have in my collection. This one I was using as my A6 memory keeping cover that year. It was just a joy to look at. I still really love the design. This design is by Hiroka Kubota, which is a Japanese illustrator, and she has many covers in collaboration with Hobonichi now that comes out every year, but I believe this one was the first or one of the first collaborations, and I just really fell in love with the design on the front and the cute little animals playing piano on the back. I have this A6 Tomitaro Makino, the A6 version of the design, and I really love this one because it's such a slim profile and it is really neutral and simple but very beautiful, and it's perfect for just like a minimal slim notebook to carry around. I'm not currently using this cover, but I do love it, so definitely want to keep this in my collection. This is like a holy grail, a unicorn cover for many people, including myself. This is the camp cover that came out a couple years ago and completely sold out, and when these do come up on the secondhand market, people will really charge a lot for it because it is so rare and in demand. But I was able to find this secondhand maybe a year ago from someone on Instagram who was destashing it for an amazing price, like not overcharging and everything. So I'm really, really thankful, and I'm so happy to have this in my collection. The cover is like, the main part of the cover is just like a cotton beige fabric, and then the front has just amazing detailed embroidery all over it, which I think just makes it a really special cover, and that's why I keep it with a cover on cover. It's not normally recommended to keep a cover on cover on these types of covers, but I do really want to protect and kind of preserve this special cover. So I've used this a couple times already for my A6 notebooks, but it's there in my collection when I do want to pull it out and switch it out with this one. But super happy to have this in my collection, and I'm definitely gonna keep this. And then this is an A6 cover that I purchased secondhand because I love this design. This is the Mina Perhonen Anemone cover that I believe it was from maybe 2 years ago, and I totally missed out on it, and so was able to get this one secondhand. So I purchased it and have a cover on cover on it because the fabric to me is super precious. And currently I'm using this as a personal writing journal. I've only had a few pages because I haven't really had time to do any personal journaling, but I keep my Makino A6 pencil board in here. And yeah, previously I was using a B6 journal from Sterling Ink for my personal journaling, and I've been feeling like I want to get back into A6 journals. I just feel like it's a better size right now. I loved writing in my B6 notebook, but I think this is more doable I really wanted to start using this cover because it's such a beauty and it's one that I've wanted for a while. I also have another cover on cover in the A6 size. This is Season of Hope, and I had this on my original 2022, I want to say, techo. And it looks really nice on just like a solid color cover. I think it's perfect for like spring and summer, so I love having this one in my collection and to be able to switch it out. This is my A6 Hobonichi 5-year journal. I started this in late 2022, so it's technically my 3rd year writing in this. I will say I have not been very diligent in recent months keeping this up daily. I think it's really hard to do so every day, but I do love the idea of it, and I love the idea of flipping back on, you know, a random day and seeing at least a couple years all on one page. I think that'll be really fun and just like a great way to memory keep in a unique way. So hoping I can keep this up, but I initially never had a cover for my 5-year techo. This one is from Cloth and Paper, another planning and stationery store online, and this is their leather gray cover. It was one of the first ones that they came out with, and originally it is made for disc-bound journals. I used to be really into disc-bound journals before I got into like Japanese stationery. So I had this already and noticed that because of the extra width on it, it fit my 5-year journal perfectly. It just has 2 portfolio slots where you can slide in the journal, and it fits perfectly. Has some little card pockets in the front as well, and I just added a magnet pin. This one is the like flower of the month, my birthday month, which is August, and it's a poppy, and it's from Kubo and Lucy. I really hope to get a Hobonichi 5-year cover for this. I just haven't purchased one because there haven't been many that I really like or want to invest in. The one that I'm really holding out for and I missed out on is the Mina Perhonen Ohio 5-year cover in the gray. I wish I had bought it, but I didn't, and now you can't really find it online in the A6 size. So I'm hoping it'll pop up someday on the secondhand market, and then I'll purchase that for this. But right now, this cover works really well. I like it, and it serves its purpose. I also forgot to show my favorite A6 cover of this collection. This is the Taut Cafe au Lait zip cover, which you saw if you watched my Hobonichi unboxing video. I've been meaning to switch out my A6 anemone cover already to use this for my personal journaling, and I can't wait to start using it. It's just perfect, but it's been sitting here on my desk waiting to be used. I'm so happy to have this in my collection, and I think it was definitely my favorite out of this year's collection of covers. I almost forgot this other new one. This is the Mother Ness Bike A6 leather cover, and it has beautiful embossings on the front and back, on the pockets, and then in the inside there is this beautiful color lining of the pixel art from the video game, which is really cute. It has the 2 portfolio pockets to slip in your journal. There are 2 card slots over here, and then there is a pen clip holder on the other side. I haven't used this cover yet. I do love it. I am just still annoyed about the lines and natural grain of the leather. Next, I'm going to move on to my A5 covers. I actually only have 2 A5 covers because I don't normally use A5 size. I find it to be too big for my use purposes, but this is the Tomitaro Makino cover in the A5 size. I had to also purchase it in A5 because I love the design so much, and this one has just a plain Hobonichi A5 notebook. I love how slim it is and very minimal. This one contains like book club and notes that I keep, and I find it's the perfect size for that. And I just love that it's so compact and can easily just sit nicely on my desk, and I just really love the design of this cover. The next one is no surprise, but it was a little impulsive. I purchased this A5 Mina Perhonen anemone cover. Even though I don't use A5 size often, I just was so in love with this pattern and collection that I saw this come up on the secondhand market for a really good price and just figured, you know what, I would love it in the A5 size. And so now I have this one. I have not used this one yet, but I feel like if I want to, I could switch out my other A5 cover for this one whenever I want, and I'll be happy to use this. The design is just so beautiful and classy. I think I might put a cover on cover on this, but I have to purchase the A5 size cover on cover just because I would love to protect the beautiful embroidery and surface of this. Moving on to the Weeks size, this was the first Hobonichi Weeks that I ever used in 2022, and this one is just the plain white leather cover. They come out with this one every year, but I actually purchased it on Amazon that year just to try it out, and I actually really loved it. So it's nice because it's lightweight and very pliable. It's not a hardcover, so it's really easy to carry around and to kind of just either have on your desk or travel with. So I purchased that, and then I also on Amazon purchased this Weeks cover on cover, which I really like. I think it was from a couple years ago, but it's just like some modern dots and leaves and flowers. And it goes well with the more neutral colored covers like this white one, and I really enjoy it. So at least I could always take off this cover on cover, and I would love to reuse this cover on cover as well. And then, even though I just said I don't use the Weeks anymore, I saw this secondhand and I love Liberty Fabrics, and I love this pattern. This is the Forbidden Fruit Liberty Fabrics cover. So I purchased this secondhand for a really great price from the Hobonichi Buy Sell Trade Facebook group. And it was practically new, so I loved it. And I used it for a little bit when I was using a Hobonichi Weeks, but right now it's just sitting unused in my collection, and I don't think I can let it go. I am thinking that maybe I would love to try out a Hobonichi Weeks size notebook from Sterling Ink or some other notebook brands. So we'll see about that. But I definitely don't think I will be using a Weeks that is dated. And then last year, if you've seen some of my videos, you'll know that I purchased this Weeks Tragen cover. When it first came out, I absolutely love this cover style. I wanted to purchase it in the Weeks just to try it out, and I love it. I think the storage is amazing. The fabric is so great. I just wish they had come out with other colors. I don't love black because it just gets pretty dirty and dusty and full of pet hair. But it is a really great cover and I enjoy it. I'm just waiting on like an A6 size cover. I for sure thought they were gonna come out with Tragen A6 and A5 covers this year in like olive and maybe navy, but it looked like they only came out with the Tragen pouches, which I almost purchased, but I resisted, and I'm holding out for other colors in these covers. So currently this has my 2023 weeks in here. This is the Oncle cover, and I loved this one. I feel like the design was so nice and beautiful. It complements this cover so nicely, and it is a hard cover one. In 2023, it just wasn't really working for me, so I stopped. And then if you've watched other videos or posts on Instagram that I've made, I think I talked about it, but I had basically started using this by whiting out the dates in here, and then I was using this to write daily accounts of memories and things, and then using that to put into my Hobonichi 5-year techo. I think it was working really well for a while, and it got me to kind of reuse this book a bit more. I think right now it's a bit more work than I would like, but I'm trying to find other uses for this book just because I feel like there are a lot of pages that haven't been used, and I want to kind of take advantage of using that paper. And here is my Tomitaro Makino Weeks pencil board in here. And then I just have this is from, I believe, Sweet Freckled Designs. Just a cute little fountain pen nib magnet pin. And to no surprise, I also found the Hobonichi week size of the anemone mina perhonen pattern. So I also picked that up. I think it's gorgeous, even just using it maybe as like a wallet, I think, or like a travel passport bag. This would be really nice. So it's in my collection. It's not currently being used, but it makes me happy, and I think I will definitely try and find some uses for this, whether that be for stationery or for traveling. So that was my entire collection of Hobonichi covers for now. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed sharing it. Do you have a Hobonichi covers collection? And are there any favorites that you have? Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.